Hello YouTube, it's Christine with Souls Rising. This is an oracle message for the sign of Gemini. If you have Gemini as your sun, moon, or rising sign, stick around because these are your messages. And hey guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up if you like this video. It does help the video get out to more people and helps the channel to grow. I am going to jump right into our oracle cards and just see what my Geminis need to know at this time. Okay, Gemini. So this is a really interesting message coming through for you guys. I want to first say that there's like two sides or two parts to this message. And in the crux of them, there's one single card that fell in the very middle, in between. It's almost like these two aspects of whatever is coming forward for you guys here in the very near future. And in the very heart of it, in the heart of the reading, in the heart of the cards, is the heart chakra. Okay. And specifically healing. So at the crux of this whole reading, at this whole situation, hearts are being healed. I do feel this is more than one person in this situation. There are multiple players. I can already get that from this reading just intuitively as I'm looking at the cards. But this, whatever this is, it's about to shift or change or move forward, you need to know that there is a lot of heart healing that is unfolding as a result, or that is actually even kicking it off. Okay? And love is at the center of it all. Love is at the center of this. Okay? Now, with that said, we have some interesting cards. And the very first card is the card of deceit, which is not a pleasant energy to start off any reading with, right? Hidden energies, lies, secrets, betrayals, hidden agendas, okay? And I keep hearing devil's snare here with this too. Something feels like a tangled up, snarled up situation with this, okay? It just feels like a messy tangle that either has been brewing behind the scenes that you don't know about or haven't seen, or that is about to erupt to make itself known, okay? Now, how this looks for different folks watching this is going to be different. How this plays out in your life might be different than how it plays out for someone else who's watching this. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and apply it in the way that it resonates for you in your own situation, okay? After that card, we have this woman holding a heart, and then we have healer of the ages. Okay, I want to hold these up together because I want you to see what I see. Okay. I feel like whatever is going on in this situation, actually, let me show you because they're not facing the right way, the kind of mirroring effect here. All right, whatever's going on here, there is a woman, now this could be you, Taurus, who's holding something secret or been holding something back from some other people. But I feel like this may be another female connected to you, or a family member or someone else, you know, involved in your life. And there's this, I get secret, something that's been, I keep hearing brewing behind the scenes, something going on. Somebody's been, and I feel like it's specific to the heart chakra, to the heart again. So it's almost like somebody's been holding back some feelings about something, or maybe hasn't been completely honest up front about their feelings about something. And I feel like what's happening or about to happen is this is being exposed, opened up, so that healing can happen. Okay, so there's some type of hidden energy. This can be like devil energy, so it can just be shadow energies here that have been maybe clogging up somebody's heart chakra or locked up in somebody's heart chakra. But that isn't how this first came into me, okay? But whatever is happening here, it's allowing, the situation is allowing for, or that is now unfolding, is creating an opening for healing, okay? So if this is like a secret versus like, you know, somebody who just had their own shadow that they were locked in or working through, it's going to come out so that there can be healing. It's going to come out and be exposed, or this person is going to share it. I actually kind of feel like the person themselves might share it, like volunteer the information, bring it out themselves, expose it themselves, so that it can be dealt with, so that it can be seen, so that the light can hit it and heal it, okay? Underneath of that, we have contract, justice, things being balanced out. So something that has not been in balance, this is all going to happen to bring it back into balance, to bring things into balance. If there is a legal situation or something involved that is unfair in how this energy that has been hidden is coming out, know that justice will be served and that everyone will be okay. Everything is going to get balanced, okay? All the people involved in the situation, I feel, are getting leveled out by this. Leveled out, and for the better. For the better. It's like the scales of justice tipping back into balance. Whatever this energy is of deception or shadow that has been, I feel it's been playing out for a while in the background, but it is like things are finally shifting to allow it to come into balance in a way that I feel will be fair for all involved, or right. So if there's an injustice, if there's a secret that's an injustice here being exposed, it's going to be exposed so that justice can be served, so that things can come back into fairness. All right. And then we have strategy and community. Again, I was getting group of people, multiple people involved in whatever this is. It's like, I really feel like this is justice being served. This is, justice. I hear swift justice, the pen of justice, like things, plans being able to progress and move forward for a whole group of people. Whatever this energy is, that's opening up, the light is being shined upon it. It's almost like it cracks apart or cracks open in order to set something right for a group of people. It's not just one person. I feel like there's multiple people that have been waiting for this to be healed, or waiting for this to bring everything back into alignment and back into harmony again. And I asked for clarity on the contract card, and I got the World, which is closing out cycle, closing out positively, completion. So one or more of these people may have also been working on some things where they were sort of all closing out cycles, or closing out maybe some karma with that scales of justice showing up here. But it's almost like all these things, I keep getting like all these loose ends that just suddenly tie up at once and solidify and allows everything to just flow better. It's like whatever has been the thorn in the side of this situation that has been locking it in place in an uncomfortable way, I feel like it's being removed. It's being removed. It's being dissolved. It's like the hurt, the pain, the thing that's been the shadow that's been hidden or been hiding or been just unresolved. It's like it's finally going to get resolved. Okay. On the other side then of the card in the middle, fourth chakra, healing, heart healing, all of this is about heart healing, ultimately. What my Geminis need to know, I kind of get like a little bit of a warning or a heads up coming in from Spirit for my Geminis. And what you need to understand about this is what's happening. What I just described to you, that's what's sort of happening or about to unfold. But it is maybe not going to unfold in a very pleasant way, or a rocky way, let's say. Because the next card we have is the storm warning, and it does come through to me as warning. I can hear it like, danger, Will Robinson, danger, Will Robinson. It's going to happen in a way that it first erupts with disruption. All right. So maybe something falls apart to fall together, something but different, like the pieces are not aligned. And so something has to kind of crack away in order for it to be rebuilt, or it kind of, like you put like the spackle in the wrong spot and now you notice and you got to fix it. It's almost that kind of scenario. And we have blossoming abundance and man holding a coin. Okay. And they're coming in after this storm warning energy. So there may be a masculine energy connected to this energy who might be influenced or affected by this storm energy that is sort of erupting, or like being unleashed. Being unleashed. But I feel like what Spirit wants you to know is that what is being unleashed isn't ultimately destructive energy. It is actually a healing process unfolding, or it is an unfolding of events that happens because of the direct result of healing that has occurred. Okay. Being guided ultimately by the hands of the divine. You know, it's actually a positive. You know, sometimes when we close something out, we close out a cycle, it's like the old shit finally just crumbles away all at once. And it feels like an emptying out, or it feels like difficult or scary, like the foundation shaking a little bit. But all that's really being shaken out, all that's really kind of falling away is what was false anyway, or what wasn't going to work anymore. And it's paving the way actually for something like better to come in. And so maybe somebody's been trying to grow something here, or it's been slow to grow, or things haven't been working out, it hasn't been going the way that it needs to go, especially like with finances, with the man holding a coin here, or money situations, abundance, you know, resources. But it's like when this storm comes in, it ultimately can allow for things to, it's like shake it off. It's almost like it shakes off the energy that was keeping everything stuck and not moving. And I really get the sense that it's like the storm comes to knock out the things that have been holding up the works, grinding up the works, the thorn in the side that has been the whole problem the whole time. But I do feel very clear that whatever the thorn is, I don't feel like it's been obvious, okay? Or it's been hidden, because there's definitely that hidden secretive energy with this deception card. Either way that this is playing out, this does not feel like people are aware of it to me, okay? Sometimes things are revealed only at just the right time. Because if it was revealed sooner, things wouldn't have gone the way that they needed to. It wouldn't have gone to plan. I kind of feel like there may be a few people connected to this situation who have karmic ties to one another. So you might be in a situation where there are multiple people involved, and there are contracts, soul contracts being served amongst those people. And some of them are about to be cleared out or fulfilled, okay? Not bad. This doesn't feel negative. It doesn't feel bad. It actually feels like a positive fulfillment, but it's like the fulfillment of these contracts is demanding change. And it's going to demand it in a way that feels a little abrupt and disruptive. That's what you're being prepared for with the storm warning. They want you to know that you haven't done anything wrong, Gemini. You haven't done anything wrong, Gemini. No one, I don't feel like anyone actually in this situation has done anything wrong. I kind of feel like everyone's done something right. Like almost like everyone did what they were supposed to do, or finally all the players mastered the lessons that needed to be mastered to allow something to be fulfilled, to move forward in the new way that it needs to. But that is going to happen in a way that requires a shifting of gears that I don't think is initially pleasant. Then we have the garden and the gate, indecision, and man holding a heart. All right, it's interesting. This man holding a heart comes out under the man holding a coin. Again, I kind of feel like it's the same figure. I feel like it's the same masculine energy involved in this. But it comes through as, whether this is him or somebody else in the situation, I do feel like someone, as a result of their healing, of their growth, is making a decision that maybe is hard or is emotional, or somebody's making a choice here that's going to change things indefinitely, okay? And I got, when I saw this card, that this decision that is made is going to be emotionally challenging for this masculine person involved. And do you see that he's got that heart that's like on fire in his hand, and then there's like a missing, almost looks like a patch of a heart on his pants, but I actually see it intuitively as a missing piece. So there's a decision being made here that's going to affect this man in an emotional way, where either there's like, it feels like his heart's being ripped out, or it's almost like the missing piece, piece of his heart is being restored. And I feel like it might be both, you guys. Like something being ripped away, ripped out in order for something to fit better or something better to come in. Almost like something erupts for something better to unfold or take place here. But there's a lot of energies, and I pick up on multiple people in the situation for you. Now, Gemini, maybe you're the man. Maybe you're this guy, this man with the coin, man with the heart, this masculine energy, especially if you relate to the masculine energies, or you're a little more in your yang energy. This might be relating to you, all right? But it could also be somebody connected to you if that resonates more. Let's move to the tarot, because I want to dig into this, because this is a really interesting the way that it came out. The biggest thing is that Spirit is really adamant that this foundation that's being crumbled or that's being torn asunder it's like the cracked one. It's got cracks. That's why it's got to be healed or fixed. And so this underlying energy that I think is the cracks is being revealed, coming out of the shadows, being seen, because it's time for it to be seen, because there's been enough healing that has happened in the whole situation on everyone's parts to allow it to be. And now that's like the light is shining so bright, it's shining on all the cracks, and we're looking at it going, wow, we thought this was okay, but it's freaking not. It's not okay. It's not working, and it's a problem. Okay. And ultimately, that feels devastating to the people involved or the players involved. Initially, it feels very scary. It feels disconcerting. But know, what Spirit wants you to know is that it's ultimately nothing to be scared of. It needed to be seen. It was there all along. It needed to be seen. It's going to be seen. When it's seen, we fix it. We're going to fix it. That's the bottom line. It's going to get fixed. Because there's going to be a plan. Everything's going to come into balance. Everything's going to work out fairly. And everything's going to come together just the way that it needs to. I really keep getting this image of like an old foundation being that is cracked and torn and just needs to come down the rest of the way, or almost is like one leg of it isn't quite right, and we're gonna fix it. We're gonna take out the piece that's broken, and we're gonna actually fix it with something brand new. It's gonna work so much freaking better, and that actually allows something that wasn't growing or something that wasn't moving or something that wasn't working to suddenly work better. And it all feels part of the plan, the divine plan here. So it's like Spirit doesn't want you to freak out. Don't freak out. Gemini, don't freak out. All right. Oh, we got Justice again. Wow. Okay, so Gemini, we have Justice showing up again. First position with the tarot. Followed by Four of Wands. And again, I get definite foundation vibes with this. Home life may be affected with this as well. But foundation vibes. Okay. And then King of Wands. Again, this may be this masculine. It may be another masculine though. But we've got Wands energy here showing up. Could be somebody fiery, passionate, creative, visionary, fire sign, potentially. And also creation energy, okay? So I'm also getting with this King of Wands a creation energy, okay? Justice coming in around a foundation, a home situation or foundation that is actually allowing for some fiery energy of creation, of almost like we need to create more stability here, or we need something that is more stable to be here, in place here. And ultimately, that need, I feel, gets met. But maybe in an unexpected or a way different than what we think it's going to happen or what we perhaps desire to happen here, Gemini. So the next cards under that, we have Nine of Wands. I really feel, I'll show you the rest of the cards that go with this. I am picking up with this female's energy, or this female in the relationship connection here, situation. There's a female who I feel I keep hearing holding back, holding back. Somebody's been holding back or holding something back. And whatever this is that's been being held back, it's like it finally bursts free, or it catches fire because like it gets too hot to handle here. You know, I'm seeing like her wand is finally like a flame here. Somebody's like done fucking waiting for something. All right. Somebody is fucking done waiting and is like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it on my own, or I'm going to do this. I'm going to spread my wings, or I'm going to fly the coop, or I'm going to make a change. I'm going to make a shift. There's like a new energy. This person's ready for something new and they're fucking tired of waiting. But ultimately this leads to heartbreak, loss, a change that feels difficult. I remember I was getting that man with the sleeve torn off, you know, the heart on his sleeve or the heart torn out. So here's that pain. So this storm feels a little painful initially as it rolls in, because there's a sense of like something old dying or going away, that cracked foundation being rectified or needing to be, you know, taken apart to be built better. And then we have 10 of Wands with the Queen of Coins and the 8 of Cups. I feel like this is somebody is worn down, tired of waiting, walking away, ready to walk away from something painful, ready to be done with a painful cycle for them, ready to close it out. I don't feel like that can be stopped now from moving forward, that it's ready to be done. It's ready to progress ultimately into a better energy. Okay. So whoever this female is, she's moving, she's progressing into something better. And literally the next card that showed up, which sort of is an energy slightly separate from that, but next in the progression of the cards is a card of progression, the 3 of Wands. Taking the steps and moving forward to be free and to something better, bringing in something so much brighter, something really beautiful and refreshing, now being able to come in. Okay. And then we have the Empress, mothering energy, nurturing energy. We have 7 of Swords, which might feel, again, like I hear leaving something behind. And then 5 of Coins. That's weird. I heard sadness. This really isn't a card of sadness. Like, it's the blue color is a little sad, but it's 5 of Pentacles is like loss or emptying out, or like usually it's like finances or being hard up for cash, but I heard sadness. It's interesting. And then we have Knight of Swords underneath that. Things shifting quickly. I feel like whatever this is unfolds faster. Something with the situation can shift really quickly here. Ultimately, though, it's shifting to bring in a new opportunity, something really good, something I hear refreshing, promising, and know that this is a new start. This is a new beginning that is being created, born, birthed, ushered in through this process. Okay. Someone's been suffering and they're done with it. They've had enough of that. And that's allowing an energy to be free. It's allowing something to move forward that needs to move forward, ultimately in a much better direction, I feel, for everybody involved. Allowing some contracts to be served. And some, maybe at the same time, some others are being closed out. I want to get clarity on the 3 of Wands with the Empress, the 7 of Swords, and 5 of Coins. So let's pull a few more cards for that. It's the only part that feels a little unclear here for me. Oh, yeah. See, we got the Tower coming out, you guys. Whoever this masculine is, there's like a painful lesson playing out. I don't really think this is my Geminis. It could be if you feel like that resonates for you. But I feel like most of my Geminis, this is a masculine connected to you. I just got underneath the Empress, I just got Tower with this King of Pentacles showing up. Again, remember we had the King of Coins, it was in the Oracle. So here he is again with the Hierophant. And this is this woman, this female energy, I feel like, who is exiting a stage, who is like walking away. I also think, I'm hearing he knows it. He knows it. intuitively, or he sees this coming. Maybe he's not admitting it to himself, but he sees it coming. Okay, sees it coming. And this is going to feel like a smack in the face, you know, which is kind of what I was picking up. That's kind of why I wanted to pull a few more cards, because this Seven of Swords with this Five of Pentacles feels like a slap in the face, or it feels like betrayal again, which is what we got with the deception. Now, maybe this doesn't apply for all of you watching this, Geminis out there. But for some, this is tied into that deceptive energy I was getting before, of something that's been hidden and now comes out, and people are left sort of dumbfounded, or left like what the fuck, we didn't see that coming. Like something out of left field, or something just doesn't feel good, you guys. It just doesn't feel good. And maybe it just catches some people unexpectedly, okay? This exit or this loss here, it just feels like it might come unexpected, or it might come in quickly. And I don't think it's a surprise to this masculine. But if you're not him, it might be a surprise to you, Gemini, but I don't feel like it's really a surprise to this guy. Kind of think he sees it. I think he sees it coming. So where is this all leading us? Where is this leading us? Now, I do have that Knight of Swords coming in, right, with the Princess of Coins and the Fool, which I feel this is actually opening up a brand new seed of energy for a beautiful, I feel is a beautiful new beginning to come in. Remember I said, look, the old foundation is going to be seen for what it is, because it's got to flake away. But what happens right afterwards, where all of a sudden things get in motion to rebuild it, to put in place something stronger so that it can stand the test of time, so that it can be built upon. I kind of get this sense with this that someone's been trying to build on a cracked fucking foundation for a while, and they can't figure out why it's not fucking working. It's like, I keep piling, you know, the pillars on top, and then it falls down, and I pile and I work and it falls down. Why is this happening? Well, why is this happening? Because the foundation was freaking broken. It wasn't strong enough to hold it up. It's been, you know, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back for someone in this situation. And if this resonates, if this is you, then it's you, but it may be somebody you know, or somebody close or connected to you. And it's like, it's not working because it can't with that piece, that bad piece in place. It can't with the faulty part of the foundation, but it's like, we're going to fix it. It's like, we're going to finally see why it isn't working. We're going to get in there. We're going to rectify it. We're going to rip it out, or it's going to make itself known so we can rip it out, or it rips its damn self out, just falls out. And we put a new place in. We put a new piece in. And all of a sudden, the foundation is so magnificently powerful and strong. And now it's like, oh my God, all this growth can happen. Boom. I see it like shooting upward really fast. I mean, powerful. So someone's been working really hard and been frustrated, I feel. Not understanding what they're doing wrong. Not understanding why it's not working. Not understanding what's going on here. It's because something was missing. Something was missing. So let me get a few more cards for my Geminis. Yeah, everything, you guys. Justice is here because this is all coming into karmic balance. There is karma here that has been waiting to be served or waiting to unfold, but it's almost like it's been hanging out in suspension over the situation, because there's all these players involved who have contracts with each other, who have karma with one another, and they're just waiting for everyone's heart to be healed, for everyone's lessons to be learned, contracts served, so new contracts can kick in. And all of a sudden, when we've reached this tipping point, this critical point, it's like that karma unleashes. And it changes everything. It just changes everything. So we've got Wheel of Fortune with the 6 of Cups. I feel like this is a rewrite of the past. A rewrite, a reworking, a tweaking, something that was not working from the past, that was built, that didn't work, wasn't working. Gets a makeover here. Gets rectified so that we can have more fulfillment for the people involved in the situation, so that anything that's been confusing or been making people feel conflicted about the situation is, I feel, being rectified by that. And what is that doing? Well, it's actually allowing abundance to flow in. This abundance that's been here, that's been locked in place or locked and not able to move or not able to flow forward, it gets unleashed. And now it can. Once we get the right foundation in place, once all the pieces are in the right place, everything can really flow and move in, I feel, ultimately the best direction. I think everybody gets their needs met in this. In the end, I feel everybody gets served ultimately what they deserve, ultimately what they need, and gets to where they really need to go. It just doesn't feel like it happens in a pretty way. That's all. But this is leading us to I hear a brilliant, bright new pathway opening up, new path opening up. Plans can go forward. Plans can finally move again. Everything comes back into balance, back into alignment, back into harmony. But there's this balancing. I'm being pulled to the cups there that she's holding, this angel. It's a rebalancing, a recalibrating, a pouring from one into another. Something's being emptied so something else can be filled here. There may also be energies being united through this process. I keep getting like collaboration or coming together of energies, of new energies, or energies coming together, collaborating in a new way that ultimately balances out and it lets everything work smoothly again. It lets it all come together and it's going to be better. So Gemini, I just pulled 2 more cards, Gemini. Sorry, I realize I'm like talking and I'm pulling cards at the same time. I got Queen of Wands and 4 of Swords. This is creating peace. We're going to have peace. Okay. And ultimately too, so even this female who's involved in this, who's maybe kind of sick of things or needs to walk away or needs to move on from something painful, is going to find peace too. So for some of you, this is that woman finding peace. But I also feel like it's creation of peace. It's creation of peace. Like there's going to be peace and harmony restored. And this has been like hanging heavy. It's like a cloud that has so much condensation built up inside of it. And I kind of feel like the people below have been praying for rain and wondering where it is at. Why isn't it raining yet? Why is all the work like going for naught? Planted all these fucking seeds and they're not getting any rain and they're going to die and dry up and shrivel. And it's almost like the cloud has been building and building and building and building and building in density because things weren't quite right. The conditions on the field weren't quite right yet. But that's about to change because things are moving into place the way that they needed to. Healing, that heart healing I was picking up at the beginning of this reading has finally occurred. The light is coming back into this situation. And when it does, all this rain falls. And what happens when you've had a drought and all of a sudden it starts pouring rain? It's a little shocking to the system, right? Which is why you got the storm warning there, right? There's this huge rainstorm pouring in. But what is it doing? It's gonna feed those seeds, the ones that haven't been maturing, the ones that haven't been growing, the ones that aren't bearing fruit. They needed this rain, and this rain is gonna come and it's gonna water the field beautifully. And when the clouds part away and the sun shines again, all these blessings start bursting to life and they start coming back. And this is going to be a harvest. It's going to be abundant. It's going to be beautiful. There is more than enough. And there is balance. We have this 6 of coins, but in the traditional tarot, 6 of coins, the scales of justice are there. Everyone's needs get met equally, in harmony, in balance. Justice is served. Karmic justice is served. Everybody gets what they need. Everybody gets what they deserve out of the situation. But it's coming because there's a hidden energy or a behind the scenes energy that is finally either being removed or being seen for what it is or exposing itself in some way or just being healed. Just finally being healed. And because that shadowy energy gets healed finally, everything else slides into place, nice and slick and smooth. And this frustration that's been building around the situation for some of the players involved, I feel like it finally eases off and we get peace coming back. Everything lining up, and we end up with fairness, justice, and a beautiful new foundation that is so much stronger, that can support the weight of what we're about to build on top of it. And ultimately, this is going to be beautiful, you guys. So do not fight this change. When this storm cloud rolls in, welcome it, because it's the answer to your prayers, even if it does not look like it is. It's the answer. It's the solution. And it might look like initially it's the problem, but it's not. And those are your messages, Gemini. I hope that this resonates. I hope that it makes sense and that it helps you to be prepared. Take care, guys. I'll be back in a few weeks with more messages. Bye.